Okay, I think we are live, and I think we're even on time. Let's just check over on the YouTubes and see if we have some volume. Yes. Okay. Yep, we're good on the YouTubes. We have volume. Awesome. Hello and welcome, everybody. I know specifically I want to welcome Old Man Bird, who was first in the chat. Thank you for being here, my friend. And I have some. I did on St. Patrick's Day. I did do a St. Patrick's Day stream. I did show some of the pictures from Ireland. I have other ones that I'll be showing tonight. Heather L, one of Doomcock's amazing wrenches, she's going to be joining me a little bit. Take your time, Heather, if you're listening, because she's actually been to Ireland. So we're gonna talk about Ireland, and it's always good to have someone who's been to the place that you're talking about, because you can sort of bounce back and forth about what you thought of it. And I do want to welcome Heather L is already in the chat. Take your time, Heather, but thank you for being in the chat as well. Old Man Bird says, Heather L, they are making a movie about Iron Maiden called Burning Ambition. Welcome to the most awesome sports day travel log. Huh. I'd watch the heck out of that, Old Man Bird. Ooh, Heather L went to Ireland last year. She mentioned on Friday Night Frolics, what a surprise you had in store, Canadian Spider-Man. Well, because after Friday Night Frolics, of course, the wrenches get together in a little wrench chat and talk with Doomcock for just a sort of a wind down after the show, and to show him, how much we appreciate the entertainment, and he, of course, appreciates us wrenching. So it was then that I asked Heather, knowing that she had been there. Once I found out, I said, "Yeah, you got to come and talk about Ireland." I mean, I like to talk, and talking about travel in particular. Hello, Miskatonic Madman. Hello, and welcome to you, sir. Thank you for being here. Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Now, while we're waiting for Heather, and yes, I am wearing the shirt from Ireland. This is from McDermott's Pub in a little town called Doolin in Western Ireland. And I believe Heather has said she has been to Doolin, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what? I think I hear her in the background. Let me just go, and Heather, if you're ready to come on, I can pull you up. So, all right, here is Heather, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going,
Hello,
Spidey?
Heather. Hi. This is your first time on a Thursday travel talk with
Yeah.
Spidey.
Yep.
So
It's
thank you.
time.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. And so, yeah, I've covered Ireland before, but I have some new pictures that I haven't shown before. And so you were just there last year.
Yeah, I was there last summer. Um,
Wow.
yeah, with some family. So I'm Irish or half Irish, and
Same here. Yep, Scottish and
yeah,
Irish.
went to see some ancestral sites there. So kind of my ancestors had a castle not far from Doolin. It's not actually like a big castle. It's just one of the old tower houses from like
No
the
kidding.
from the 1300s. It's about a couple hour drive from Doolin. So we actually went
That's
there.
awesome.
Super cool. It was really fun. They have like a clan gathering to vote in the head of the clan like once every 3 years. So that was at the same time, and they have a big party there. Like everyone gets drunk on the roof of the castle, and they
Oh,
have these
wonderful.
battle reenactments, and
I don't think I've ever gotten
good.
drunk on top of a castle before. That's amazing.
It's not recommended because it's pretty steep. Like, and there's no
That's
safety
fantastic.
railing there. It's like it's more of an archaeological site than like a tourist site because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. So
Perfect.
there's no safety rails. You just walk, climb up to the top and you're good.
I
Play on the
prefer that.
yeah.
I my degree is in anthropology, not like I ever got a job with it, but I did take archaeology as part of that, and I'm
Oh,
fascinated by that. Especially European history, Heather, has always
yes.
been fascinating to me, and castles. I
Yeah.
love castles.
Yeah.
That's
Me too.
fantastic.
Me
I
too.
do have a couple of pictures of some castles.
Very cool.
And yes, Old Man Bird corrected himself. He welcome to the most awesome Spidey Day travelogue. Thank
Yes.
you for correcting your
And
Spidey
hey,
travelogue.
old man bird, good to see you.
Yes, and does the L in Heather L stand for
Lagavulin?
uh, Lagavulin? That's
Lagavulin?
awesome.
No, it doesn't stand for that. It's just an
It,
initial. But
that's a lager, isn't it? Is that a
yeah,
beer?
yeah,
Thought
Lagavulin
so.
is a beer, I think. Yeah. So,
Now,
but
this
cheers. That's not that. But
well, I will definitely cheers to you. I'm just after St. Patty's Day. I'm still just taking it cautious. So this is water, but yeah,
yeah,
cheers to
good.
Cardinal Sin, and of
Oh
course
yeah,
with the Doomcock
to go.
ring.
Cool.
And yes, always, I always have this cup with me
Nice.
every stream I do, Heather. I even if I don't say it, I will raise it and do one of those.
Nice.
Oh, I needed that. Had to do a water run first thing this morning because yesterday I ran out of water and I can't drink the water out of the taps. It's only good enough for showering. Trust me on that. But I was melting snow in the yard, but all the snow's gone today, so I had to
Oh,
go get water. But we
yeah.
have a local spring. I can literally go to where it's coming right out of the mountain, and so that's
Oh,
fantastic.
that's cool. Yeah,
But
that's nice.
you were speaking of Doolin, and to those that don't know, Doolin is on Ireland's west coast, and it's a small little town, or at least I was there in 2007, and it was small then, but it's right beside the cliffs of Moher, which
Mm-hmm.
are famous. And this
Yeah.
is where I got that shirt. This shirt is from Doolin,
Oh,
from
cool.
McDermott's Pub
Cool.
in Doolin,
Nice.
and I loved it. Uh,
Nice.
so what if I showed you?
Yeah, Paul, get some.
No, no, that's not it. Why isn't it allowing me to do that? And if you have any pictures that you would like to show, Heather, by all means, um, share stream. Yes. Window. There we go. There we go. They've changed a few things on StreamYard. So does that look familiar?
Oh, yes. I think I got a picture that looks pretty much like that. It looks super familiar.
That's right. These are the cliffs of Moher, and I'm probably mispronouncing it. Right close to the town of Doolin.
Mm-hmm.
It's a scotch. It's not a beer. It's a scotch,
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Tonic
right.
Madman.
Lagavulin is a scotch. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm not a big scotch drinker, so.
I tend to become a hooligan, a larrikin, and I break a lot of phones and cameras, so I don't do that anymore. Not anymore. Hi, Tim, FKHC, hail from Paris.
Yeah.
He's
Hey.
been sending me a couple of photos. He's in Paris.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, he's starting trouble there, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Hello, hey, troglodyte. Welcome to you. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
And would you mind reading this, Heather, if you can?
Yeah, just got up heading to where my great granddad was during the Great War. Wow,
Wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah. And of course, yeah, you had to fly over Ireland to get
Flew
to
up right-
France.
Yeah.
That's exactly. And Miskatonic Madman, yes, mind the gap. So if anyone has been to London, the London Underground rail system, they have these automatic speakers that in this lovely English lady's voice that says, mind the gap between the platform and the train when you step over it to get into the train. Yeah, mind the gap. I had a T-shirt with the big the London Underground sign on it. I've got it somewhere. I've got and it says mind the gap. Yeah,
Cool.
I've got it somewhere. World War One. Yeah, the Great War.
Great War.
I've been to the beaches of Normandy and to the trenches there at Vimy Ridge. And Heather, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have the courage to do that. No way. Throw me in jail. Wow. You know, that was they were a whole different breed of people, I'm telling you.
Yeah, they certainly were. We've been on Rob's channel covering Band of Brothers and the Pacific, and man, those men were brave as they get. I can't even imagine having to do something like that, run straight into machine gun fire.
Right.
You have to go towards it, try to take them
Yeah.
out. No, I couldn't do it. I definitely could not do it.
No. Troglodyte says, I've only been to Belfast in the late 70s. British soldiers were everywhere. Yes, in the late 70s. Are you crazy? I was there in like I said, 2007, and I thought it was pretty incredible to see the murals and the history there. And I can't imagine what it was like in the 70s. Hello, Lemon Pie Citrus. Great to see you, Lemon, and thanks for
Hey,
being here.
hi.
And Jason Love
Love.
says, hello, specifically to you as well, Heather L. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Hey, Jason.
And William Jake Spielberg. I'll be in the balcony drinking. Thanks for being here, my friend.
Yeah, I'm here drinking, so join.
Yes, fantastic. Well, I had a great St. Patrick's Day, and I just thought since we're handy, we might as well tour Ireland. I love Ireland.
Perfect timing. Yeah, me too. Last year was the first time I had been there.
Hmm.
Really awesome. I think I'm gonna go again in a couple of years. We didn't, so we went to the West Coast. We went to Galway first, then kinda
Beautiful
down to
on the
Doolin.
West Coast.
Yep, went to
Yep.
the West Coast, went to, so started in Galway, stayed there, went down to Doolin, Cliffs of Moher, went to see, the castle, which is, Dysart O'Day Castle. It's where the
Ooh.
O'Day where the anyone named O'Day, that's where the O'Day family originated, so that's my grandma's last name, her maiden name.
Oh, all right.
Then we
Okay.
went to, we kinda diagonaled, which we drove through, like, a super rural area, which was cool because the roads are, like, 1 car narrow and, it's
They
green all the way on the
really
side, with crazy,
are.
turning
Right.
roads, and yeah, we went all the way. We rented a house, like a big
Right.
house right on the coast, in a place
Beautiful.
called, Dungarvan. It's right kinda by Waterford and Cork, like, right
No
on the
kidding.
coast, so the house was, like, right on the beach. It was just
Gorgeous.
incredible, yeah. Super
Well, I'm
cool.
so I'm so
Super
glad you're here to talk about Ireland since you were just there last year. And here's a good friend of the channel. This is Rusty Rivers, and thank you, Captain
Hey,
Rusty
Rusty.
Rivers, for being here.
So where
I
is
really
this?
appreciate the support. So this is the Dublin Castle in Dublin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's this is half of it. And it's I'm impressed that you can make a building out of stone. I mean,
Yeah,
this is 3 stories tall or more, and it's held up for hundreds of years. And
yep.
that's just really impressive to me. So yeah, this is Dublin, Dublin Castle, and that's Dublin as well. And this is up in Speaking of Belfast,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
this is Collusion Illusion Institution. These were some of the murals that were um,
Huh.
all over Belfast. And here's one of the country roads you were talking about. This is in Western Ireland, Northwestern Ireland, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And that's the rental car in behind me. So I did a road trip. And since I was the only one used to driving on that side of the road, I was the designated driver, which wasn't awesome.
I know. I was the designated driver too, unbelievably. We had 2 cars, actually. I was one of the designated drivers. I'm like, "I'm supposed to be the designated drunk. Like, this is not right."
Yes, right, Heather? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it kinda turned out okay just because there's, like, if you have to you drink a lot, you kinda need to stop, and there's nowhere to stop on these roads. So
There really isn't.
it's
There
probably a
no, because they're
good
all walled in.
wait. Yeah, they're totally walled in. So I'm like, well, I guess it's a good idea to not drink and then maybe just wait till you get where you're going and drink there.
And, yeah, that's right. So this is the West Coast, and
Yep.
how typical Ireland is this? And you know what? I am gonna remove this just for a minute because I'm gonna pull up right quickly. I will pull up. I've got a map of Ireland, maybe just so that people can get an idea.
I think it
Uh,
still looked exactly like that West Coast area kind of by the Cliffs of Moher.
that's
No, it
fantastic.
looked just like that last year. I don't think it's kinda timeless, like those country places, never change.
Hmm. I think you're right. So this can you see Ireland?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Big
So you're looking at what I'm looking at, right?
yep, I can see on the
So
screen a big picture.
yeah. So this is so here's Dublin on the right hand side, And this is Galway, where you were talking about,
Yeah.
up here on the left hand, well, so let's call it the west coast. So
Yep.
this is Galway and Sligo or Sligo. I think it's pronounced maybe Sligo. And I think the Cliffs of Moher and Sligo and Doolin are up here, are
No,
they
there's
not?
there's south, a little bit south.
They are.
Oh,
Oh, down maybe
Galway.
here.
Yep.
But yeah, so definitely on the west coast.
Yep.
And here is Belfast, right up here in the north, folks. And so the Giant's Causeway is up here in the very north. I'm going to be showing you a couple of pictures from there. And then down south, this is you got Limerick
Yep.
and Kilcarney down in the south. Now, I didn't go to Kilcarney. I went across to Waterford instead. But one place I did stop in was a town called Derry, and I thought that was quite a unique little place. And Tipperary. I drove through Tipperary, which is somewhere around the Sligo area. And, it wasn't all that far. It was like 4 hours from Dublin. So it's really not a long, long way to Tipperary. I was.
Yeah, no, every time we passed, like, the road sign that said Kilkenny, I just kept hearing Doomcock singing, rolling through Kilkenny, singing, "Whiskey in the Jar," so I had that
Oh, nice.
ringing in my head the whole time.
Oh, and welcome to Pleasant Valley Picker. I was just watching Adam and the Ants videos. Well, thanks for being here. And Troglodyte, his grandfather was born in. Do you know how to pronounce this?
Armagh?
Arma? I don't know
Yeah,
where that is.
Armagh. Is that in the north? Armagh?
I was going to ask you. That's
Mm.
I don't know.
I
Did
did
I?
kiss the Blarney Stone. Did you?
I did not. No, I did not. I chose other things. No.
I
But
did. I don't know if I'm, like, a bigger bullshitter now or not.
that's the.
That's what it's
Now,
supposed.
is there a legend? Because I know, like, say in Rome, if you throw coins into the Spanish fountain, the legend is that you will return one day. Is there a legend like that with kissing the Blarney Stone?
Yeah, you kiss the Blarney Stone, it gives you the gift of the gab. So you become,
Ah,
like,
and good
eloquent
luck.
and can kinda speak, get, convince people, I guess, BS, whatever you wanna call it, but I
That's
guess the gift of the gab
helpful.
and eloquence and all that when you kiss the Blarney
No,
Stone.
that's
But there's a
excellent.
lot of different legends, like historical legends around it that are kind of interesting. I mean, people thought sometimes it was cursed, other times they thought it was, a blessing or, it was from the angels. Some people thought it was, demons. It's just there's all these different legends back through time if you read about it, how it got there and why they built it into the castle wall, but it's pretty funny. I do have
Um,
a picture of it. Maybe I can find it and bring it up. They have to hold you, right? Because it's on
I
at the
heard.
top of the castle, but on the outside wall. So you have to kind of lay down and like hang over backwards, and this guy like holds you there, and there's all these rails, and
Wow.
yeah, you just kind of hang over backwards and to try to kiss the stone that's up on the bottom. Yeah, speech up to 10. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know if I needed it or not, but
Guaranteed to win your next bar brawl, Heather. Okay, according to Lemon Pie.
all right, cool.
That is excellent. I have too much gab now. And yes, I am definitely alive. Kronos, verified. Proof of life right here. Thanks for being here, my friend. Yeah, this is just the countryside along. This is in the northwest. And just like you said, narrow little roads. That is a 2-lane road, believe it or not.
Yep. Yeah, that's how
And
you try to pull up. Sometimes horse carts come out. Sometimes cars are coming both ways. It's like treacherous
mhm.
driving.
And the fog off the coast was quite impressive and beautiful, I thought, too, along the west and north. Yeah. And just some of the old stone walls that are just out in the countryside for no reason. They're just there,
Yeah.
you know. That's the little rental car we had, and it was good on gas. And yeah, PvP says pissed off so many that ask, does he ever shut up? Yeah, he proud like myself. You might not need to kiss the Blarney Stone
There
PvP.
you
Oh,
go.
good night PvP.
Good
But
night.
yeah, I yeah, I just loved the West Coast. It was rugged. There was always a bit of fog in the mornings. It was just really, I don't
It's
want
so
to say romantic,
magical.
but
Magical. It's
Yeah,
magical, don't you think? With it
yeah,
just it's like a
yep,
fairy tale land. It's so beautiful
yeah.
and so
There you
green
can see
and misty, and yeah, just it's so
different colors. Yeah, different colors of green too. You can see the fog right off the island right there at the end of the picture there in the background.
yeah,
That was really it really made the scene, you know?
yeah, really nice.
Now, it was that have you driven on that side of the road before?
No, never. I just
Oh, wow.
nope,
You
landed at the
chose
airport.
Ireland to do that first with the tiny little roads that are walled in?
Yeah, well, the road's so narrow, if you're on the wrong side, you might not even notice it. So I didn't mind driving in the country actually like that on, like, the narrow roads, but in the cities, man, like,
Oh my
the
you're right.
last day we only spent 1 day in Dublin. I
Okay.
went to, the St. James Gate Guinness, place we
Yes,
did,
I've got a picture of that coming up.
but that was brutal, like, driving in Dublin was brutal, Galway was a little bit scary, um, just because of traffic, there's so much traffic and, like, when you're trying to
Yeah.
turn, like, you remember trying to remember what lane you need to be in to turn left or right, and looking I just found, like, looking the wrong direction because, like, when you're on the right side, you're looking left, and
Yeah,
you
it's a
gotta
natural
remember when
reflex.
you're turning, like, look right, you're always looking the wrong way, and
And
in the cities, it was a big deal because 'cause you've got
yep,
intersections and traffic and,
and the blinkers stick is sometimes on the opposite side of the column, so you put the wipers on when you don't mean to, and you look like an idiot.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. What side do you drive? Well, in Ireland, it is on the left side, opposite to Canada and America.
Yeah.
Same as Australia and England. Um, no, and you're fine. I'm half Scottish too, Kronos. So there's no. We're certainly not gonna ban you for that. Would you mind reading Troglodyte's message here?
Yeah, so George Miller of the Irish Rovers lived just down the street from him. Cool. I
That
like
is very cool. Listen to those people all the time. The grandma got run over by the reindeer, right?
that. Yeah. Oh, that is
This
that
is
the Giant's Causeway?
This is the Giant's Causeway. So
It's
this is natural, but it looks constructed, and it
mm,
goes off straight into the ocean, and it carries on underwater, so you can dive down and see them. It's somehow a natural foundation formation, and it looks like giants constructed a big roadway going to Atlantis. I don't know, but yeah, I thought that was amazing. And this is a nearby town. Basalt says troglodyte. That's made from basalt. Okay, that's what that rock was. Interesting. And this is the town of Derry, and it's quite an old medieval town. Did you get a chance to stop? I think we had lunch in Derry.
no, I didn't go to Derry. Where?
It's got big stone walls around it
Yeah,
and a
that's
castle. Oh, and a handsome Canadian dude, and it's beautiful. I
that's a
really
cool
it's a
town.
quaint little town.
Really, really cool. Yeah, once we were after we got on the west, we kinda headed south because we were going to Waterford, and we stayed in Waterford, so we
Right.
saw all the stuff around there, like, we'd go driving
Yes.
to things every different day, so we were pretty centralized in the west and the south.
Am I remembering correctly? That I think there's a ferry that goes from Waterford over to England. I'm pretty sure there's a ferry terminal there. I dropped my buddy off there.
Okay.
He's Irish, definitely like to drink alcohol. I
Yeah.
can definitely confirm that. Cheers, Kronos.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh dear, that is good. I do like. Have you had Bailey's Irish Cream recently in your coffee? I do like that.
I love Bailey's Irish Cream. It's
Hmm.
so good. So good. But you have to read, you have to read, some of the legends around the Giant's Causeway, the fairy tales. Um, if you ever heard about, Finn McCool, He's the giant who
Yes,
supposedly he's the legend who built the stone causeway, and
right.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I love all the Irish like folk tales and legends.
Same.
They're really
And the
fun.
pub food, the hearty
Oh yes,
pub food,
yeah.
the beef and pork soups with the potatoes, which is mostly what we're looking at there.
Their beef is so good. I was surprised at how good the food is because people
Yep.
always say how bad it is in England, and so I was kind of
Not
expecting
at all.
not, man. It's
Ireland had good food and seafood on the West Coast,
great seafood,
which
great
I
beef
love.
because they have, their local cows, and yeah, the
Yeah.
cheese, everything. It was really good. I was impressed.
And you just find like random stone structures out in the middle
Right?
of nowhere that are hundreds of years old, and that's just Ireland. Like there wasn't even a sign up for this. I don't think it was just these are stones. They
Yeah.
yep
There's all
got
these
here.
little they're kind of like mini Stonehenges, like, super
Yeah.
old and not impressive, but they all made these stone circles. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, would you mind reading this from Troglodyte, please?
Jameson's ginger ale and a lime twist is my kryptonite. Sounds good.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
It does sound
An
good.
old man bird says, in all Spidey's photos, we only see the one red-haired, green-eyed woman so far, and we had to squint. Well,
He stays out of
I,
trouble. That's why.
how do you spell Slonge? That looks like good to me.
Slanja? I don't know. I think it's
Yeah,
a
maybe there's an E on the end. Yeah, there's probably an E on the end. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's probably right. So this is inside the T-shirt that I'm wearing from McDermott's Pub. This is inside
okay.
that pub,
Yeah.
and what wonderful! These people were playing traditional live music, and it was just yeah, really amazing. But it was a dark pub as it should be, with lots of little nooks and crannies. And this is the town of Doolin. This is
Yep.
this is right outside my hostel that I was staying at.
Cool.
And there's me planning the trip and reading the books and planning the map of Ireland, where to go and what to see. And right close to Doolin, like we said, are the cliffs of Moher or Moher.
Mhm.
And no fence up, like you were saying earlier, Heather. There's no guardrails, there's no
Oh, no,
fence.
people
And,
do
and it,
fall off because they're kind of goofy and just think they're gonna go look look over
it's
the
and
edge.
it's windy. It was
Yeah.
windy when I was there.
Oh my god, it's so windy.
Yeah, so windy. Yeah. I just
It
thought
was
that was a bit
windy, the
nuts.
wind was insane, like, the whole time that I was there.
Yep, same. You can see, like, I think you can maybe see that this person is getting blown by the wind. You can tell by their clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's hundreds of feet, right? Like
Yeah,
hundreds.
super treacherous.
Yeah. But it's worth. Now, I didn't go. I went pretty damn close, but I was on my belly.
Like,
I
"Hey,
was.
climb
Oh
this way."
yeah, like commando style. Well, because the wind, right? Like it's
Yeah,
just not worth it. It's not worth it to
yeah,
stand that close to it, because the consequences, the repercussions are just too great. So
yeah.
I was on my belly. And there's from the thumbnail photo, and Irish. I think they're like wild deer. Maybe I don't know,
Little
but they were.
goats or something? Are they goats?
Are they goats? Are
Yeah,
they
I think
deer?
they're goats.
Maybe they are goats. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I
I thought
don't
it
know
was
animals
cool,
too.
like, all the
I'll
cows
eat them.
all the cows by the cliffs of Doolin or the cliffs of Moher, and, they're not even fenced in, but they're all kind of roaming around there, and they're just laying
Mhm.
down. Most of them were chewing with their eyes closed, like, just
Yep.
kinda chilling out. They don't take off anywhere. They're like fat, lazy cows.
This is inside uh, one of the castles there that is set up like an old medieval village, and just how's that for a great hall?
Yeah, I love it. I love stuff like that. I want an old
Yeah,
medieval castle.
yeah. There was a lot of them where you could just stop in and go, and they had them restored,
Yep.
and this is the view from the top
Yeah.
and overlooking the land. So there it is there. Just gorgeous. And hundreds of years old. And there's a lot of them. You take your pick as to which one.
Yeah, these are like thousands of years old.
Probably, yeah, no doubt. And this one had a mock village set up that was um yeah, like pre-civilization almost. Yeah, like the really old style thatched huts that were traditional.
Mhm.
Yeah, like 1,000 years ago, and you could wander around the little village, and then
Huh.
they had live music, which I thought was bloody amazing. These two ladies in particular, their their gowns, their dresses were traditional and just were
Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful colors.
yeah.
And
There's
yeah,
like
just castles, castles everywhere. I loved it.
that looks like, the Rock of Cashel, right? It's gotta be.
That that is that
Yeah.
is the Rock of Cashel, which I didn't even know. I hadn't even heard of it over here, but that's exactly where. Yeah, what that is.
Yeah. Around, probably, like, more like 1000 AD. It used to be just like a ring fort, but that's where they crowned the kings of the
Yeah,
South. It's where, Brian Boru, the first king of Ireland, was crowned, I think. Um, like, for the southern area, and then they after it was Ireland was conquered, I think, by the Normans, they donated it to the Catholic Church, and that's when this larger structure was built, which is still pretty
around
old.
there.
I think it's like, 11, 1200s.
I don't trust hostels,
Yeah.
says Kronos. Kronos, I know there's a horror movie, and I don't watch horrors,
I
but
don't like
I've been. Sorry, Heather.
I don't like movies like Hostel.
No, I didn't watch it because I stay in hostels. That's all I will stay in, Kronos. I won't I don't like staying in hotels. I stay in hostels because you meet a lot more people and you get to talk to people who have been to the sites. Like maybe they're coming from something that you're going to the next day. You can get up to date tips on stuff or stuff that is not even in the guidebook, and they'll tell you about. Oh, you got to go here, and I just love, and they often have a common eating place,
Yeah.
or even a lot of the good ones have rooftop bars or patios, and I love hostels. But I've stayed in hundreds, Kronos, hundreds and hundreds in every continent on this planet except for Antarctica, and I've never had anyone try to kill me. Not yet. Probably had it coming too, once or twice.
I thought the Irish people were super nice too. Like you could, talk to them in restaurants and bars. They would all come up, have conversations, tell you where
Absolutely.
to go, show you where things were. They're all
Yep.
so nice in traffic too. It made me feel better about driving because they're all
Mhm.
so polite. Like not like
I
here
would agree.
where everyone's like running you off the road and honking. Like they're
Uh,
so nice letting you into
Texas?
traffic and
I found Texas to be really polite,
oh, that's nice.
personally. I
That's
I personally, in the Austin and Fort Worth area. Um, "My name's Cliff, drop over someday," says Troglodyte. Kronos' grandfather was named Cliff, that is a good name.
yeah, it is a good name.
And I wanna say, "Greetings, Sashi." Hello, Sashi.
Greetings.
We're looking at,
Very cool.
Ireland, and we were just looking at the Rock of Cashel, which is, I think it's a full-on, it's a church, isn't it? I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
the service there, but it is a church.
medieval era church, yeah.
Oh, the traditional music was amazing there. That pub, McDermott's Pub, they had live music, and I stayed there for hours listening to it. It was fun, just a lot of fun.
Yeah, they have so much great music just in the
Definitely Elks.
pubs and outside gatherings,
Mhm.
and it's great.
The fireplace, Sashi, is what makes the hall great, and the Elks rack up on the wall is also what makes it great. This is a show, yeah.
This is a show.
Yep, that's right. The one looks like the harp, like she harps a lot.
Oh, the harp player.
William Shakespeare Spielberg says, "I belong there."
Yeah,
Yes, I felt like I belong. You know what? That's a good description. I felt like I belonged there in McDermott's Pub and just in Doolin in general, Heather. We
yeah,
stayed for double. We stayed for 3 nights, I think, instead of just 1. How about yourself? Did you feel like you belonged in Ireland to.
yeah, totally. I loved it there. It was so nice. It did felt totally comfortable, just like being at home, but like it's in your natural home. So cool.
Yeah. Ooh, an Irish
Yeah,
graveyard.
yeah, I
Ooh.
remember that graveyard there, still at the Rock of Cashel.
Yep. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Those old tombstones are so cool. Trying to read,
Epic.
like, some of the stuff on there carved in, "This gotta wash
Yes.
away from the weather." They just look they're so cool. I love them all carved in the big Celtic crosses.
Yep. Yes, the styles of the crosses are amazing, aren't they?
Yeah. So we
Hostel
know
movies
their
are
names.
gory and brutal. Yeah, I don't wanna see that.
Yeah. I don't like those torture movies where they're, like, cutting limbs off
No.
and stuff. It's
No.
ugh.
I wanna be horrified, I look at my bank balance. No kidding, Sashi. Yeah, no kidding. The first one was okay, but they're just torture movies. Yeah, no, because people do dumb things.
Like
Yeah.
that.
It's like, why would you do that? Have you not seen any movies? Oh, watch out for the Elite Hunting Club. If you see a bloodhound tattoos, run away. All right.
Jeez.
I try to be an adventurer, old man bird. You only live once, right, Heather? So,
That's right.
hello, Meijin. Hi. Surprised there isn't a hostel experience style haunted house or escape room. Probably the cathedral of the castle.
I'm not interested in doing escape rooms either. Like, why do I wanna pay, like, to have someone lock me up in a room? I have to figure out how to escape.
Exactly.
That doesn't sound appealing to me at all.
No, I did it once for a girl in Massachusetts, but we were in Colorado at the time, believe it or not. Why is
Jeez.
Old Man Bird so special? Well, let me count the ways. He's a musician. He's a very smart dude. One of the nicest guys you'll meet. Those three alone are good reasons.
He's awesome.
That describes a lot of the people that I've met on YouTube in this chat as well, though, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, everyone here is so awesome. All the people that I've met on YouTube and
Hey, got that
hey,
Taylor Hidden
Veggie,
Swift.
Veggie.
Thanks for being here, Maji. Um, yes, Heather, you are very Irish, says Jason Love.
Yeah,
Yeah, my grandmother's maiden names were the McDonalds, not the Mac, because that was Scottish. McDonald, right? MC.
yeah.
And I don't know. I just took a picture of the bird. I
Nice.
don't know
I like
why.
he's got a
Bird on a
net
castle.
there right in the
Yeah.
corner.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And just the stonework everywhere. But
That's
that's how you can still see them today, because in Canada we built everything of wood and then it burned down.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's me in the castle, way down there.
Yeah, cool.
And the artwork, not all of them, but some of the castles had artwork. And it was just my cup of tea, like medieval
Right,
battle type artwork.
right.
Count me in,
Yep, those
absolutely.
are cool scenes.
Yeah. And I was trying to figure this out yesterday, and I believe this is some sort of lifting device,
Yeah.
some sort of cabled lifting, like a winch to bring up heavy goods, I believe. Um, but I'd
It's a cool cat.
like to
Yeah.
really know.
Like,
And
well,
yeah,
they
no, the
probably needed to
was
lift them up right outside through the windows because if you go in the castles and you're going up several floors, they've got those narrow turning,
yep.
staircases carved of stone, and they're only big enough for one person because they had to
Mhm.
defend them in battle, right? So if you're fighting an army and you're one person with a sword, they only one man at a time could get up those narrow stairs.
Exactly. Yep. Troglodyte says, I've got the movie The Secret of Rune Inish for my kids. It's a good show.
Mm,
Rune Inish. Yeah. Are the ghosts bickering with each other in the graveyard? They were speaking Celtic, so I couldn't understand. Or what's it? Gaelic, I guess. It's Gaelic, isn't
Gaelic.
it?
Yeah, Gaelic.
I think so. Uh, Passports sound like an annoying trial. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Pain
too
in the
bad.
boot.
Get them ahead of time.
So this is my buddy Jay, and yeah, he was on the road trip with me, and we
Nice.
had a great time. And yeah,
Nice flowers.
beautiful. Do you
Yeah.
know what those flowers are?
Uh-uh.
I thought maybe lupins, but now I'm thinking they're not lupins.
They're really neat.
And anyway, this was in March, so this was this time of year, and just the whole place, maybe a little, yeah, no, closer to April. Sorry, this would have been April, so a little later on in the year, but just gorgeous. This is from the highway. I'm not up in a building or in a plane or anything. This is the highway goes up and around over some of the hills, and you do get a view out over southern. This is southern Ireland, and yeah, I just thought it was gorgeous. And this might
Beautiful.
be Sligo, because I know I did stop in Sligo once. And there's just ruined castles all over the place, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love these old castles. So cool. The stonework is so awesome when you look at it up close that they could fit them all together because they didn't
Yeah,
make each blocks. They're all unique shaped, but they fit. They
yeah,
matched and fit it perfectly. Amazing. And the
yep.
carving in that, so cool.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I like these old Celtic Druid guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is, I believe we're back in. Yes, so this is back in Dublin, because that's the, yeah. You can see that it actually has light poles. So there's only
Yep.
a couple of cities in Ireland that have those.
Yeah.
Belfast in Ireland, and that is St. James Gate. That is the
Yeah.
brewery. There's the brewery right there, and I've got a picture later on in front of the actual. But this is inside the gift shop, and this is all the different bottles of beer and their history, like
Yeah.
all the different old style bottles. So I thought that was a really cool display for the museum, and yeah, they still still making Guinness right there, and you won't get it any fresher than in Dublin. And this is back. Oh, this is up on the north coast again. Back on the north coast, I can recognize it. But just yeah, just beautiful scenery. I didn't spend much like you. I didn't spend much time in the cities. I got out to the countryside as much as possible. Did you make it to uh, Kilkenny or Cork or any of the ones down south?
I did go to Cork. Cork was nice. It's a pretty big city. We went to Cove too, which is right by there, and it was the last port of call of the Titanic. It's
Oh,
a big,
Cove.
yeah, it came first, I think, from Northern Ireland, and then it stopped in
Okay,
Cove. That was its last port of call before it left. So there's a big Titanic exhibit there, which is super cool.
that
Um,
is cool.
yeah, so we did that in Cove. We were in Waterford. We did like a bunch of Viking stuff in Waterford, which was pretty cool. Um,
Scottish style,
yeah,
right?
it's called
Bronze.
Lismore Castle's amazing. It's by Cork and Cove.
I've
Pretty
heard of that castle.
very. I mean, incredible. We spent like 4 hours just looking around the grounds. It's so amazing. Their grounds and they're like all the flowers, different trees were incredible there. Really cool stuff.
Majin Hine says, "It's great to be here. It gives me a bit of sanity to make it through the work." Well, I'm glad you're here, Majin
Yeah,
Hine.
that's
And
great.
Heather, would you mind reading this from our friend Sashi, all the way from Malaysia?
Oh, cool. Speaking of driving, don't drive in Malaysian cities. We are polite everywhere except on the road. Okay.
uh,
Yeah, Asia looks like a completely different driving experience. Like, I don't know.
and and there's Dublin Castle again.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
Asia I drove in China actually on a little
Ooh,
electric moped with 7 Israeli guys, and it was nuts.
wow.
It was nuts. Just the biggest vehicles get the right of way, and everyone's on the horn. And I didn't
Out of
drive in
the way.
Japan. I
Gee,
didn't. I was in a car a couple of times in Japan, but mostly I just took the trains because the trains are so efficient in Japan. But I like the brownstone buildings in Ireland. I just all the different stone buildings, really. Why would I go to Malaysia? Says Kronos. Um, Food, beaches, jungle,
is it
scuba diving.
Kuala Lumpur? Is that in Malaysia?
Yeah,
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 I heard that
absolutely.
that's pretty modern and cool. Isn't it kind of like a Hong
Yeah,
Kong-ish kind of thing?
scuba diving, snorkeling,
Yeah.
exploring jungles, beaches, meeting a different culture, the food.
Yeah.
Y- uh, I could spend a lot of time in Malaysia. I'd go for a month if I could, no less than a month, because it's all the way on the other side of the world, right?
Yeah. Most
A
places have
winch in a pinch.
something interesting and neat to see.
Yeah, I think so.
You can find something everywhere. That's
It's
pretty cool.
only after midnight, says Kronos. Oh, good. Well, this is not going to be a long stream. I usually don't go very long, just an hour or maybe a little over. And hello, Suzanne Eckstein. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Excellent. Glad to have you here. Uh, Rhodos? Oh, the rhododendrons? That could have been what they were. Thank you, Troglodyte. Yeah, those flowers. Yeah. And oh, yeah, well, cheers to you, Matt G. That looks like beers, isn't it? No, that's popcorn. Oh, well. Thank you for being here. Yeah, great to have. He is absolutely special. But so are you, Kronos. No one comes up with comments like yours. You are definitely unique, my friend. Would you mind reading this, Heather, from our friend Sashi?
Are those the flowers that change colors based on the soil? Can't remember what they're called. There are a few trees near my store. Yeah, depending on whether the soil's like acidic or
Mm-hmm.
alkaline, the flowers can be a different color.
Yeah.
I don't can't remember what they're called, but yeah, it's be pretty cool.
I saw them in Shimoda in Japan too, and yeah, all kinds of like blues and pinks and purples, and yeah, it was beautiful. I ride the short bus, says Old Man Bird. Yeah, well, hey, I've had my moments as well. Oh, and I want to say hello to Radioactive. Thank you for being here, Radioactive. We're just looking at Dublin. Now, this was a fire hydrant that had flooded and had let go in the streets of Dublin, and it was causing quite a quite a slowdown for the
Thanks.
traffic
Yeah.
splashing through it. But
Dublin.
yeah, okay, this is the typical road you were talking about, right, Heather?
Yeah. And a lot of times those you look at those green things, they look like it's gonna be like a shrub or a bush or something. It's solid rock. And it's
It's
just got
stone wall
green over the top of it. And like a
covered.
lot of
Yeah,
times there's not even like the little grass there. It's like right next to the roads. It's like so if you go over, you're not hitting like a shrub, you're hitting a rock wall, which is not,
exactly.
you know, and it's super narrow. Kind of
Yep. I had a rental car and I was nervous. I'll tell you what. Yeah, no question. And you're driving quite fast, like you're clipping along at
yeah. Yep.
40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, 70 kilometers an hour easily.
Yep.
And you can't. That's the speed limit, and you can't see around the corners. So
Yeah.
if there's a sheep in the road, you're gonna hit it. That's
Yeah.
just the way
Or
it
a
is.
car coming towards you because
Or
the
a car
road's
coming.
not super, not always wide enough for both
Now
cars.
there's Saint Patrick, and did you know that Saint Patrick is the patron saint of Nigeria as well?
Really? I did
I
not
just
know
learned
that.
that. So
Interesting.
yeah, I did not know that either. But there are Catholics in Nigeria, I guess, so that makes sense.
Yes.
And this was, yeah, just again like a little church castle just out in the middle of nowhere. Love it. Now this is called a site called the Hill of Tara, and it's north of Dublin, and it
Mhm.
was one of the oldest sites known for the Celts, I suppose, and they did pagan rituals there, and this is apparently some sort of a sundial. It does look quite phallic, yes.
And the first Irish kings were there, right? The O'Neills. That was their
Oh,
seat at Tara. And there's like a
okay.
stone there that's supposed to scream like if you're a legitimate king.
You've
Like if you
okay,
touch
that's
it or
right.
sit on it or
I'd for,
something.
I'd forgotten about that. So you've been to here.
Yeah. That's a really, yeah, Tara's like a famous
Yeah.
place. It was the seat like of the High King of Ireland.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, if I recall, this going back almost 20 years, but it's north of Dublin, not that
Yeah.
far.
Yeah, a little bit north of Dublin.
And this was, yeah, like an actual restored house dwelling. There, people lived in here, and yeah, the king. Right, I knew it was. Yeah, I do remember. I do remember it being tied to the original kings, and just some really old stuff. And there's my buddy hiding in behind.
Hiding behind the cross.
Cam's crash courses. Hello and good day, sir. Uh, I I am glad you're here. Canadian Spider-Man. Hi, kids. Love Ireland. Friends lived and worked in Dublin. Stayed in a haunted castle near Galway. Cliffs of Moher. Love it. Into and out of Belfast and Derry all around 2000. Well, that's fantastic. I, there's so much to explore in Ireland. Excuse
Yeah.
me. It's small, but there's so much there. You know.
Yeah, very small, but seriously, every inch of it, you could spend time in. There's not like you would skip
Hmm.
something and go a distance. You could go every little town, rural or city,
Yep.
coast, and, like, every little bit of it's good. So even though it's small, there's so much to do.
Yep. And this is Belfast, and that's a cop car. And yeah, this is the murals in Belfast, and just commemorating, well, the battles between the, and that's a rubber bullet that this gentleman in the newspaper was killed with. It's
Right.
ancient news. YouTube, don't freak out. He wasn't shot with that rubber bullet, but that's the size of the rubber bullets compared to the taxi driver's cell phone. So you
That's
can do what's called a black taxi tour, and it's they take you around in the black taxis, and the guys who were there. I mean, our driver was alive during that time. He was older than I was, and he was
wow.
telling me all about it. And he had old newspapers from the time, as that's one there, and he got a hold of some stuff to show us. But yeah, the murals are just really striking, and they really do stir up emotion. Heather,
Yes.
have you seen many of these?
I have not been to Belfast, so we didn't go to Northern Ireland at all, just the Republic. Those are
Have,
cool.
per,
Those are nice.
ha, yeah, this it's the artwork is amazing, and I wish I could read Irish, but I cannot.
Yeah, the Gaelic stuff is cool. I thought it was cool that they had all the road signs and everything in English and in Gaelic. That was pretty neat.
Yeah. Oh, there's the taxi. He's on the right hand side of the car driving.
Yeah. That was annoying too. That took a long time to get used to, just sitting on the right side of
Yep.
the car.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That Yeah, just incredible murals. Uh, I like food talk. Oh, I could talk about food a long time,
Yeah.
Kronos.
We ate so much good food.
Our drivers are mostly Asian lemon pie. Well, that would make sense since you're in Asia.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it is great to see you. Cam, I was gonna message you on X after St. Patrick's Day, but I was recovering from St. Patrick's Day. I wasn't very productive on the 18th, shall we say. Hey, Miss Katonic, it is nice to see them, Cam. Absolutely. Hydrangeas. Bingo. Hydrangeas change color with the pH.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, troglodyte. Yes.
Hey,
Thank you.
Cam.
No green beer. No.
No,
No. Uh,
no,
it's been a
don't dye the beer green. Just drink it the way it is.
So this is in Belfast. They separated neighborhoods with walls like this one. This
Wow,
separates a wall with Protestants on one side and Catholics on the other, and
wow.
that was just all down the backyards. Like that's the wall.
So crazy. It's just unbelievable I mean, how
Yeah.
bad it used to be. I mean, thank God that that's died down.
Completely.
It's
Yeah.
incredible that was that fight just, ugh.
It. Yeah. Would you mind reading Sashi's
Yeah.
comments, Heather?
Indeed, the capital is Kuala Lumpur. The movie Entrapment added Hong Kong-style riverboats, in the river to make it exotic. Yeah, cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. I had a friend who spent a lot of time in Kuala Lumpur, so
I would like to go there. I've not been. Don't spank the lemon.
Never.
Well, what depends on. I mean, if he's throwing 50s around, I'll spank him.
You squeeze the lemon,
Oh,
right? Like
uh,
Led Zeppelin said.
that's right. Kamikaze sheep all over those Irish roads. Yeah, I didn't run into any livestock on the roads, but I have seen pictures.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yikes.
Old Man Bird. I have not been to Agra. Now, are you talking Agra as in India, where the Taj Mahal is? Because that's where the Taj Mahal is. I know, I've been there. I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah, that's I didn't realize you were. Oh, okay. Yeah, Old Man Bird asked him, "Have you been to Agra?" All
Mm.
right. I don't know if they're talking about Agra, where the Taj Mahal is in India, or not. Um,
Yeah.
the Penis of Time. Yes, that's official name of that stone was the Penis of Time.
Jeez.
Jeff Bezos rocket. That monument looked excited to see me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonnie Heather rocks. Indeed, Kronos. Absolutely. We drove from Dublin to Galway then. I went to meet friends in the north, says Cam Cam. Oh, man. I, uh, I love the north part of Ireland. So, yeah, the Belfast was just really striking. Um, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was
I-
London, 1966. No blacks, no dogs, no Irish. The Irish were very discriminated against. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here's Belfast.
Video? Oh, cool.
Yes, that's George Bush.
Yeah, I've got to get to Belfast next time. Get to Northern Ireland. Just didn't have time in the last trip. There's so much to do there.
Can you hear the audio or no?
Not on the video. I couldn't hear it. Maybe it's not
Okay.
loud enough.
No, it was I didn't hit the switch, but that's okay.
Okay.
So this is this is the North Coast again. I recognize
Nice. That's beautiful.
um I love the North Coast. And it was isolated. Did you find Ireland not crowded, like quite
Yeah, not crowded at all. It was
like
in
it's
the rural part, yeah, is not crowded at all. And the like Galway, I think in Dublin were crowded with tourists. I don't know. Like it's yeah, it was so rural and just yeah, it was great. I loved it because I love that kind of lonely, isolated feeling when there's not a lot of people around. That's a great picture. Look at the purples and stuff in the sky.
that's I had to stop. I pulled over just specifically for that. And I was upset that the fence was in the way. But maybe someday I'll take the fence out of that shot. But yeah, the sheep was just standing there. He
Yeah,
was watching the sunset too.
beautiful color.
Chrono says, I know too much info. Your head probably hurts. My grandfather's name was Mulholland, traditional guardians of St. Patrick's Bell, says Troglodyte.
That's pretty neat.
I can't drive opposite side,
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar. That's awesome. Nice looking church. Yes. Well, they have snack bar problems. Ah,
Hmm.
limes are better. I might agree with you on that, Kronos.
Yes, I agree. They're better with tequila, that's for sure.
hmm Ooh, Cam Cam. Now you're talking. I dream of Malaysia, Singapore, and Angkor. Angkor Wat in Cambodia is amazing. Absolutely. I've never been to Singapore or Malaysia, but they're on the list with the because once you're down in that side of the world, Heather, you might as well go Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines. Um, spend a couple of months and a lot of, because it's a long way to
Get 'em all. It's
go.
long. That's a long flight. I have not been to Asia. Just still one of my spots to hit. I've been to most places in Europe, but Asia's like
Ooh,
a big, big hole. I, haven't been there.
fun
Wanna
is
do
forbidden in Singapore. Yes, I've heard. I wish I had a good stew. Irish stew. I tell you what, the Irish pub food was hearty. Hashtag Spidey. Thanks, old man bird. Don't drive green 88. No, you'll go back in time. Although, you know what? Parts of Ireland in the countryside, it did look like it was in back in time, didn't it?
Yes, it really did.
Like and this was an old chimney and a building, old stone structure that had long since collapsed, but the chimney was still going and the fences. And Yeah, just beautiful. This is the west coast,
Yeah.
and yeah, just yeah, sun coming up. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, we slept in the car that night because we couldn't find a place to stay. The one place that we'd called, we couldn't. We got there at midnight, a lot later than we thought. So everyone was asleep. So we just slept in the car, and it was a tiny little car with three of us.
It's
And
funny because in all these little, tiny towns, there really aren't hotels, but there's all these little bed and breakfasts, like people rent rooms and in their
mhm.
house, they are all booked up like a
Oh
year in
yeah,
advance sometimes. It's crazy. If you just drive around, it's hard to just find a place to stay. Everything's booked for the summer.
yeah. And well, you see places like this in the
Yeah, you
countryside
stay
all the time. You
there,
could stay in there. It
stay in
just
there.
there's no roof, and just yeah, gorgeous scenery.
Out, hang out with the cows. They wouldn't mind.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. Just
Yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah,
That's good. Middle of the
sun.
road.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there's no one coming. There's no one around for miles, right? And yeah,
cool.
you can just go. We just found an old ruined building and just went exploring. I mean, yeah, this is again the northwest coast. I didn't touch the water. It was still early spring, and you can see the fog coming off the
We
water there.
went to a beach. There was actually a beach,
Ooh, spiderweb.
right kind of where we were in Dungarvan. And man, I don't know if it was the outdoor temperature was maybe like 50, 60 degrees, even though it was summer. It was a cold day. It was rainy and cloudy. There were people out swimming. Like there were girls in bikinis. They
Wow.
went out and swam. Like we put our feet in, like rolled up our pants and we had our coats on and we're like sticking our feet in.
Y-
But they had these big sauna rooms on the beach. And
Oh,
people would go in these big heated saunas and sit there, for however 10,
yep.
15 minutes and get in the cold water, then go back to the sauna. It was pretty cool because they were like all hot and steamy in there. They'd come out and I couldn't believe like these girls that are out there swimming in this
That's
freezing water.
crazy.
God, it was
Well,
cold. It was cold.
well,
Feet. We were in coats. It
if
just
you
had
have a
our feet.
steam room though, because I've gone camping at the local open air hot springs, and we stay in the hot springs for a couple hours, and then once you come out of there, you can deal with the cold. Like your body's just warm
Because you're so
for
hot.
hours, and I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but this yeah, again, the coastline on the north and west is amazing, just like this. Heather, would you mind reading this from our friend Troglodyte?
Yeah, my first memories of Belfast after taking the what is that? The Sterner to Larne ferry was
Okay.
graffiti, "Informers beware," and broken glass embedded in the tops of the stone walls.
Oh
Hmm,
yeah, that's a popular thing. Putting
Belfast.
the
Yeah.
glass
So that people
in.
couldn't climb over or
Yeah,
just
they do that in in Central America, a lot of places in Asia as well. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So, and
alternate
yeah,
to
just
barbed wire, I guess? Just put glass up there?
it's cheaper.
Yeah,
People in those in especially in third world countries use the broken glass because they use materials that they have available, right?
right. Wow, that's a cool picture.
I love
Love these.
the coasts of Ireland. Yeah,
Very
all of it. So I've only got maybe just a few pictures left. But now this, I did
cool.
walk over. That is a bridge, and you can walk right over to the island. And
That's a
there's nothing.
scary looking bridge.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, Indiana Jones
was,
there, right? Like,
yeah,
it's a little pretty.
exactly. I've only been to Canada.
Well, that's all right.
Love I love taking the piss. I've heard Singapore can be rigid. Yeah, just don't break the rules.
Yeah, don't break the law there.
That was before the passport crap, says Kronos. Yeah, we used to not need a passport to go between America and Canada. I miss those days. Limes do have seeds, unless it's a lime that's been bred or engineered not to have seeds, says Lemon Pie. Lemon is angry. Oh, yes. Lemon, yeah, we will not be putting limes above lemons when lemon pie's around. Can confirm, says Sashi. Limes have seeds. Huh. Sprite is still a drink. Yes. I saw there was advertising for it. I went to get a Shamrock Shake today, and
Oh
it
man, I didn't
was
get one. I forgot. I
it
love
was good.
I love
Yep.
this.
I went to town. I drove for an hour specifically for a Shamrock Shake. Ooh, here we go.
Mm,
D- Dunsvierik Castle and fog,
cool.
natural fog rolling in, and that looks like a rainbow.
Yeah. Oh my God, we
Kinda.
saw so many cool rainbows. Just incredible.
Here's more. Here's a better shot of the Giant's Causeway that you can actually see the basalt steps and the inlet on the west. Yeah, the west coast is not. It's not like the coast of Africa. There's all kinds of like inlets and
Yeah,
back.
not like an even. Ooh, that's cool. I like that.
That's the town of Derry. The
Nice.
town Derry. That's a town of Derry, and that is their coat of arms.
That's the coolest coat of arms. I love that.
Isn't it?
With the
That's why I
skeleton
took.
sitting there.
Yep, that's right. And he's not even like an intimidating skeleton.
Yeah, he's just chill.
He's just
Just
chill.
chilling out.
Sprite is still available here, says Sashi.
I like that.
Indeed. Shalab. I don't know what that is. Kronos. Cam says Kronos. Yes, Sprite and Canadian Club whiskey is still delicious. I can agree to that. I think I saw it once, said Kronos. Canadian ginger ale is pretty good. I like Bundaberg ginger ale from east coast of Australia as well. Kramer when he's in a sauna. It's like I remember that lemon pie. Do you mind me reading this from our friend Sashi?
I stayed in an old British colonial building that had glass on top of the wall. Yeah.
Yep.
Started
That's
back
what
then.
they do it.
Sweaty.
Mm-hmm. These pictures are very awesome, Spidey. It looks like a great experience. Lemon pie, yeah. What did you what surprised you the most about Ireland, Heather? Like the food, right?
That the food was just awesome. And the variety of foods. You could have pub food, you could have nice restaurant food, you could have casual street food. I mean, there was, and all of it was good. There's so much of it. And I think the in the southern part, how tropical it was. In like when we
Right.
drove, and I do have some pictures from the grounds of Blarney Castle. It looks like Jurassic Park. Like there are
Wow.
ferns like twice the size of, just like giant. It really looks like a set of like Jurassic Park. It is so jungly looking, and the shades of green are just fantastic. And driving through like the back roads in that area where we stayed, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the roads were just like a jungle, and you would get like the wall. You almost like the trees would make a tunnel. So there would be
Yes.
stone walls, and then the
Overhanging.
ivy would
Yeah.
grow over the stone walls, and then the trees were so tall, but then there would be like shorter ferns that grew up where the trunks were, and the tree canopy would grow overhead, and the ivy up the tree trunks, and you were just in this solid like green tunnel of like trees and
Yep.
ivy and ferns and in these narrow roads, and it's all curvy. And I was like, it was so cool driving through that. It just
Gorgeous.
I expected it like you see a lot of these pictures like open and fields and where you can see the view, but the where it was kind of just like this jungly foresty area, super cool. I really like that.
Yeah, and there's only a few places in the world that I've seen like that in Ireland is one
Yeah.
of them. Parts of Australia maybe too. Cam says glass on top is a thing
Hmm.
of walls. We would use blankets to circumvent when making an entry. The army wool blankets. Wow.
Yeah.
Dairy does not make cheese because it's a different spelling, Kronos. It's Derry. And this is in Derry. Why
Mhm.
is there this? And Derry is unique because it's got a city wall that's still intact for the most part around it.
Mhm.
But why is someone built a church in front of a cannon? Take this
I think
picture
they
because like
carved a
the
hole in the
can
wall and brought the cannon there to the church.
the cannon is aimed directly at the
Okay.
church.
Maybe
So
some
I
people
thought
were, like, holed up in the church thinking they'd be safe, so they brought the cannon there. It's pretty funny.
you wouldn't walk that bridge, old man bird. Well, if all your friends did, sure you would.
Yeah, it's kinda scary.
Shelob was a spider from Lord of the Rings. Oh, Shelob.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Kronos. Right.
Okay.
Old man bird. What about a sky bridge? Oh, is that the one in the Grand Canyon or the Chinese one? Those are, yeah. So again, narrow 2-lane roadway with I think that's a stone wall on one side with a hedgerow and then looks like a wooden fence on the other side. Um, but you know what I did notice around Ireland, Heather? Unlike Japan, because Japan is just a small island too, a lot of the photos in Japan have it's just inevitable. They've got power lines in them. They've
Mm,
just you're whenever you take photos, there's probably going to be power lines in your photos.
right.
Not the case in Ireland. Not
Uh-uh.
at all.
No.
That's just a random castle. I didn't want to go knock on the door.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. And that is a mountain, tabletop mountain in the background. And we when we did go up around that area on the drive, and we got some elevated photos that I showed earlier, overlooking the plains. But yeah, this is an old museum inside one of the castles. Remember those old rotary dial phones
Yeah.
and a typewriter.
Yeah. Old school
You know,
type.
in university, Heather, my first year in university, I swear I did my reports on a typewriter. I did.
You had to be good back then, right? Because you couldn't just,
Hmm.
like, rewrite and delete things constantly. You had to know what you
We
were gonna write in the
liquid
whiteout.
paper. Yeah, yeah.
That
So
looks
this is
good. That
yeah,
looks
this is again a pub meal I think I recall this is in Sligo. And of course the Guinness beers on the side and just seafood and potatoes and
steamed
soup,
mussels, man, look really good.
Jurassic food. When I was there, it was the time of the Celtic Lion. Economy was booming in the early 2000s, says Cam's Crash Courses. It was fun. Ireland's Dublin was the most expensive city in the world at one point around that time. You're not wrong, Cam. Derry, where's Pennywise?
Oh, jeez.
Aussie place sounds like fun without the murder things, land and sea. More people die of the cold in Canada than all of the wild animals and poisonous things in Australia times 10. Like
Wow,
literally, we had 60 people die of the cold this year.
I believe it.
Not 6 people, like less than one person a year dies in Australia from poisonous things. So, and again, on the pubs, you'd often have the Guinness old school artwork there, just
I love
everywhere, and
all old Guinness ads.
same, and
So
just the nooks and crannies in a pub.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how is that? Like,
That's
oh,
awesome, yeah,
I want to be sitting in that pub right now, Heather.
totally. They do have so many little nooks and crannies because 'cause they're in old buildings and old houses, and you got all these
Mhm.
little corners and rooms.
Troglodyte says, "Bow thy head, sinners, or the Churchill cannon will get you." That's why the cannon's there.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
That's the link for the Langkawi Skybridge in Malaysia, says Sashi. See, that's one reason I got to go to Malaysia. I'm going to stay on your couch, by the way, Sashi. I'm a sinner. Yes, absolutely. So am I. I've just sinned recently. Hey, PS2 Chipper, great to see you. He says, I'm a sinner too. Thanks for being here. Rotary phones, yeah. Oh, you like that picture? Thanks, Kronos. Yeah, I've got a couple of really good ones I'm happy with. And this was a digital camera. Yes, so I was taking digital, which is nicer. Because with film cameras, you got to be selective, right? I
Yeah,
mean, do you remember how much it was to develop film? Like, holy
right.
crap.
You couldn't tell before if they were gonna be good or not, and yeah, it's
Exactly.
tough. Yeah, so much nicer with the digital. You can kinda take a bunch and see what's
Did
good.
I did I take a water canteen? Says Old Man Bird. It looks like I was hiking a lot. I was hiking a lot, and yeah, I usually had a bottle of water because in Ireland it was a bottled water was all over the place, and yeah, because I was driving a lot, relatively sober. I still have an old typewriter, says Sashi, the original mechanical keyboard. Yep, and the keys would jam if you go too fast.
Yeah.
Surprised you're not monetized already, says PS2 Chipper. Well, I've
What?
thought about it. I need more watch hours. I've only got 2/3 the watch hours, and I just need to start putting out more videos as opposed to just live streams. And but I've thought about it too, though, Heather. Like, I don't want it to become like a job where it feels like an obligation, and I want it to always be fun, like
Right.
this.
Yeah, you wanna do it for fun. It's tough, I think, to get monetized, to get the hours. I don't think YouTube makes it easy, so
No. Troglodyte says an Irish 7-course meal is a six-pack and a boiled potato. What
well, hey, that's
shellfish
alright.
is that? Oh, Kronos, those
Mussels.
shellfishes were mussels, and there's also clams. They do have the clams in there, but yeah, mussels, and that one might be all mussels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
but
they call mussels there.
the one I showed earlier had clams in it with the mussels, which was good. And yeah, there's my buddy
Yeah,
Jay
good
toasting the
stuff.
guineas. We were staying overnight, so we weren't
Yep.
driving anywhere.
Yeah.
Which was lovely. Stayed right there, that's Sligo, I remember that.
Love the
That
little towns that look like this.
that
So
was
cool.
yes, that was the only place to get food, Heather. The only place that was still open because we rolled in at, like, 8 o'clock at night, and it's not maybe it's changed
Closed
now, but in
early.
2007
No, they close early. Everything closed early, especially
yep,
during the week. I was
yes.
surprised at
So,
that, how early
this is
everything
the
closed.
yeah, exactly. So this is the outside. We're looking at the outside of the pub, and this is the inside, right? This is the
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
of
cool.
that building, and that's in Sligo or Sligo. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but I highly recommend that place. But don't think you can go around these small towns at 10 o'clock at night and find something to eat because it's
No,
not going to happen.
nope, everything's closed.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be monetized. Well, I mean, it's going to take more dedication than I have been doing or so far. I'll have to take it more seriously, lemon pie, in order to get monetized. It's not an easy thing. Would you mind reading Cam Cam's
Yeah,
on it?
driving the back rooms was a lot of fun. A girl from that time would drive, and we would stop to eat and drink at all these little pubs and inns. Yeah,
Wonderful.
good stuff.
That's it. Hi, PS2 Chipper, says Sashi.
Okay.
Ka Kaka. Back roads. Yeah, we got it. I
Yeah.
really need food before I die, says Kronos. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna die from something I ate. God bless you all and good night, says PS2 Chipper. Well, thanks for
God
being
bless
here.
you too.
Digital kills the radio star. But it's a lot cheaper than film camera, let me tell you, the digital.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I think we're just about
Totally.
winding through the pictures here. Oh, and yeah, here's some of the old pagan rituals captured on art.
Ooh, yeah.
The
That's
some of the
pretty neat.
unique art.
Yeah, all the antlers on the sticks and stuff.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
everywhere would have live music. Just a couple of guys singing and picking. That's true, Cam. Absolutely.
Live music everywhere was great.
In my mind, mine, in mine. Who is typing in a real way? Oh, not anymore. Just got the keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
much easier
not,
now.
not with the typewriter anymore. But yeah. Oh, there we go. There's some more
Very
just random stones.
cool.
because it's Ireland. And another tabletop mountain in the distance there. Yeah, Ireland's not all flat.
No.
Not
That's
at
another
all.
surprising thing. I thought it was gonna be flat, and it's really mountainous and hilly and
Yeah.
all these
I
rock
think,
things all over. It's just
yeah.
wild.
I mean, do you know how heavy that would take several guys to lift? Like several. That's
Yeah,
a heavy,
yeah.
you know, talking like 10. Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
there you go. In the treacherous roads with no shoulder and no place
Yeah.
to pull over, like, no place to
Yep.
pull over.
Yep.
This is where I was like, "Oh my god, don't drink anything." Like, if you you have to like, oh, there too with the stone wall. If you have to go to the bathroom, you can't. You can't even pull over on the side of the road. You have to
That's
keep driving.
exactly.
There's nowhere to
That's right. Yeah. Well, maybe they have pee bottles like
go.
Trailer Park Boys. My
That's a cool
Scottish
spot.
grandmother.
I
My
like that.
Scottish grandmother ate whelks and dulse.
Mm.
Okay, that's East Coast Canada. I grew up with those.
I like
Do you know
turds,
what?
right?
No, dulse is dried purple seaweed.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and whelks
Mm,
are like me. I don't know how you describe. Are like kind of like periwinkles, maybe. Like they're
mm.
little squishy sea
Wow,
um
okay.
in shells. Yeah. They weren't not common in New Brunswick, but they were around. And dulse is very common in New Brunswick. Yeah, dried red seaweed.
Seaweed's
Yeah,
supposed to be
that's
good
what
for you, right? Isn't it supposed to
it
be
is.
tons of nutrients and stuff?
Yeah, iron, dulse. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. With the S troglodyte. Yes. Now the ones in New Brunswick it's a red dulse, and they dry it out, and people eat it almost like potato chips, but it's very high in iron. Cheers, Kronos. Thanks for being here. In Malaysia, we have food on at any time of the day. That's most of Asia that I've been to as well, Sashi. Um, Agreed. India, China, Japan. If you want a souffle at 4 o'clock in the morning in Tokyo, you're gonna get it.
Wow.
No? Cam, would you mind reading what Cam has to say?
Mussels are big over there. The clams are like cohogs. Is that better
Yeah,
for chowder than other preparations? Everything closes very early. Yes.
yeah, yeah. Quahogs are giant clams. We have those in New Brunswick as well. I love my keyboard says Kronos. Yay, Stonehenge. Well, it's kind of like Stonehenge, wasn't it? Cam says, even in Dublin, pubs would close at 11, 12. You could get locked in, but that was a commitment till 4 or 5 a.m. Yes. I've done a lock in once in London. Not lucky enough to do it in Ireland. But yeah,
Yeah.
just and
It's
again,
crazy
yeah.
driving again.
Well, in the description, I did say it would be a road trip around Ireland, and this is a
Mm,
road trip around
yep.
Ireland. But yeah, and just yeah, random
Random
castles
castles
just
everywhere. Yep.
sticking.
Oh,
That's
and
Doolin.
those little narrow windows you saw in that castle, they have those
Oh,
long, narrow windows. They're
oh
super
yeah.
kinda see going up, they're really long. It's so
Mhm.
several men with a bow and arrow could stack, and
Yeah,
they could all shoot out. It's really cool when
across.
you get in there and see them, and no one
This
can
is
put anything in.
exactly. Yeah, this is the little town of Doolin on the west coast again.
Yeah. Doolin's very
Just
cool.
gorgeous, quaint little. That's the hotel I stayed at. The hostel I stayed at. More of like a bed and breakfast, like you were describing.
Mhm.
More like a bed and breakfast. But yeah, just beautiful countryside. There's McDermott's Pub. That is where I got this T-shirt in that pub,
Oh,
McDermott's
yeah.
Pub with the live
Yep.
music in Doolin.
Yep. That's a famous place. We were in there. Super cool.
Here's inside.
Yeah.
That's the outside, folks, and here's the inside. And do you notice they've got a chimney on each end of the house? Look at that
Yeah, go ahead.
fireplace on each end.
Had to have fires on both sides and keep it warm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Troglodyte, the arrow loops. Yep.
I love looking at all those old castles, defenses.
Thanks, old man
Just so
bird.
cool.
So do I. The architecture in castles just fascinates me. And this is in Doolin. You can all kinds of signs. The sun is going down on the west coast over the water. And there, all those signs are pointing where you can go to the left and to the right in Doolin. Oh,
Music,
can you hear this?
a little bit.
Yeah, so that was in McDermott's Pub, the live music. Could you hear a little bit of that music?
A little bit. I could hear a little guitar strumming, a little
Okay.
quiet guitar.
I didn't. I'll have to set up the volume.
It's
There's
nice
another way I can bring up that video and have full volume on that, but you get the
clips.
idea. Cliffs of Moher again. Yeah, just absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, that's about as close as I got. Like
Yeah,
I was nervous even right there to those cliffs.
the path is close enough. Like,
The
they're
rugged.
kinda climb over.
Yeah, this is the west coast of Ireland, and if this was in Canada, there would be a giant fence up along there so you couldn't fall off,
Yes.
guaranteed.
I know, I hate that about I mean, the US would be like that too with big fences and signs that
Yeah.
say, "Don't go to the edge," and
Yep,
yeah,
that's
it's
right.
nice that it's just open like that.
Oh yeah, well
Mhm,
here's the actual video of it. And I can hear the wind.
mhm.
Yeah, gorgeous.
We
And did you spend the night in Doolin or nearby?
no, nearby because we went to the castle that's super close to there, like, our castle that we went to is just about an hour drive from here, so we
All
stayed
right. Gorgeous. And yeah, what the I wasn't surprised with how friendly the people were. I was surprised at how many signs on the West Coast I couldn't read because they were in
in Gaelic.
Gaelic.
Yeah, I expected mostly English, and it was a lot of Gaelic, which was
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised at that. Hey, Max Redstone. Hello and welcome to you, my friend. He says, "Tula lula lula lula." I went down the street and I got into a fight. I ended up with Spidey drinking Guinness all night. That is a very believable story,
Yep.
Max Redstone. And I want to say, oh, old man Bird, you're full of compliments. That Spidey is 1% body fat. I would be if I didn't enjoy beer as much as I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, random castle, and just there you go. And I love how they decorate
Yep, antlers just over the
antlers, of course.
there.
Okay, now how's that for your bed, eh? How's
Nice.
that for your room? And that was the master of the house, like
Yes.
that's where he
Yep,
stayed. So
the
that's a
master
nice bed.
the master bedroom.
Yeah, literally. Yep. And here's yeah,
Yeah.
dining hall. Just yeah, gorgeous scenery. Just these old buildings everywhere. And why the hell did I take that?
I don't know, must have been something interesting at the time. Like someone
Is that
dug
like
it,
an old shuffleboard?
like they shuffleboard,
I don't know what
like they
I'm
dug it
ki-
out or
I
something.
don't know. I don't know what that is. Okay, so this is the old some more of the old village that they have with the fence, the wooden fence built around it,
Mhm.
and the compound inside.
The
This
thatch
big
roof.
house. Yeah, exactly. And inside, this was the big one of the big buildings where everyone slept, the communal places. And just yeah, so you can go to these castles, and some of them have set up an old style, really old style village made of
Mhm.
well wood before the stone castles. And that's what they look like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And yeah, and that is a boat.
It
That is
looks
an
like a
Irish.
Viking, kind of like a
It
Viking.
kind of it does, doesn't it? It kind
Mhm.
of does. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Bear Man says Kronos. Cam's crash courses. Would you mind reading what he has to say?
I miss Europe. It was good to get back to Spain and run with the bulls again. Yikes, I wouldn't try that. I would love to make another trip to Ireland and the Scots homeland, Loch Awe. where my ashes will rest. Oh, cool.
Nice.
I couldn't
Scotland
live
is
in the
amazing.
cold, man. I could maybe sit and watch out a window, like I'm in a bar. Is there an elevated bar and you could look out the window at the Bulls?
Yeah, he's run with them like 22 times now,
Jeez,
at
man.
least. Mott and Bailey, says Troglodyte. Okay, so Mott being the moat and the Bailey being the fortified castle, I would
Hmm.
suppose. You are only as old as you feel, Kronos. That is 100% correct.
Yep.
Max Redstone. Oh, I'll read this. There once was a man from Nantucket. He stole a goose and he tried hard to pluck it till he got trapped in a tarp and realized a goose wasn't a harp. But by then his head was stuck in a bucket.
Okay.
A boot. Thanks, Max. Yes, Kronos, that is a boot.
Huh.
Just don't say that. And I think this is some sort of a threshing machine. I can't quite tell. And it's been too
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. It looks like it.
Something to produce. Okay, so we were able to stay and have a dinner theater kind of type in the castle, and everyone wore all the actors wore period costumes. We ate period food from a couple hundred years ago, and there were no utensils back then, so we had to eat with our hands.
Oh,
And
jeez.
this pinky was for the salt, right? Like you
Ah.
put salt. There was a whole bunch of etiquette to it. I think we did have a wooden spoon type implement, but it was kind of fun having a whole, and it was a communal, like there was probably, I don't know, 30 other people there came for the show. They sold tickets and they'd perform. And like those two beautiful ladies in the nice dresses earlier I showed you, that was from that night where it was a dinner and a show in a castle
Yeah.
while they all spoke with language from 2, 3, 400 years ago.
Hmm.
And yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. A Scottish guy started building a castle in Malaysia, but it was never completed, says Sashi. Oh
Interesting.
no. Jason Love says that's why I feel like I'm 900. You're Methuselah? You're Methuselah. But yeah, this I was so impressed with the wall hangings and just because stone walls get cold, right? So they would often
Yeah.
have wall hangings on them
Oh,
for
the
warmth.
tapestries, man. That's the tapestries.
Mm. And this was a carved wooden
Oh,
shutter that opened to a window, but that's a carved panel.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I wish I had taken. Well, yeah, you couldn't take flash in a lot of these places, but yeah, that's the main dining hall,
Yeah.
and just incredible place. But yeah, the tapestries would hold the heat and make the
Yeah.
place. Yeah, there we go. So yeah,
And
there's
that's
about 30 of us for dinner and a show.
cool.
It was very cool. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and there's these two ladies playing. Yeah, and we had candles for light and everything, and oh yeah, they would serve us, and it was really good food, I gotta say. If you get a chance to go have a dinner
Pretty cool.
meal and show in the castle, do it absolutely. Oh, can you hear this, Heather?
Nope, I can't hear it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pull that back. Oh, that's my buddy.
It up.
We found a sign that says Buttery Hatch, and so I think that's where they stored the butter. I don't know, but it was a funny sign, Buttery Hatch. But yeah, there's the castle.
Cool one.
I'll pull that video up and show her because she's playing beautifully, and I think we'll probably end on that. And here we are back in.
Lim-
Oh no! I thought that was this is Tipperary.
Tipperary.
I thought it was Dublin, but it's not. This is Tipperary, and there's the Tipperary curtain shop, folks. It was the only shop that I could find with the name Tipperary on it, so I shot it. I got a
I love
picture.
all these little towns with the buildings all painted different colors, and they're so cool looking.
Yep. I've never been to Ireland. Closest I was to Ireland was France, says Lemon Pie. Well, it's a stone's throw away. Fuck it, says Kronos. Oh, the Nantucket. Yes. That's not the Nantucket limerick I remember. No, mine was, yeah. Dublin is actually Norse. Dublin
Yep,
is the black pool where Norse
yep,
Irish very similar turf houses, says Cam Cam.
yep. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Dublin was a Viking port because it's the mouth of the river where they landed their boats to come in. So, yep, buttery
Buttery
hat.
Hatch sounds it sounds like a stripper name. It's a long, long way to Tipperary. It's a long, long way to go. A long, long way. You know what? It wasn't that far, not by
It's very
North
far.
American standards.
No, not far from anything.
No.
Castle.
Oh, that's the Rock of Cashel, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that there's a museum inside, and those were some really old axes that I really found fascinating.
Yeah.
What appears to be your boggle. It's awesome. That's from Demolition Man, is it not?
Jeez.
I think. A long, long way to go. Das Boot, the submarine movie.
Mhm.
That was such a good movie. Yeah, stone axes. There you go. And this was money. The copper rings used to be
Yeah, the ring.
used for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. And I think that's oh yeah, and some of the ornate rafters on the ceiling coming down, and they ended up with little heads on the
Yeah. It's
on the
funny.
beams,
That's
which
funny.
I thought that was yeah, like how cool and decorative is that? You know, there you go.
Yeah, at Cashel. Yeah, that's that little side building at Cashel. Those where those ornate paintings are.
Max Redstone says, "So long Piccadilly, so long Leicester Square. It's a long, long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's still there." From Das Boots.
Mhm.
Well done, thank you, Max Redstone. Indeed. Nice sign. Oh, the buttery hatch. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like medieval times, the old D show. It's like an American thing. Don't ask.
This
Later,
is
taters.
real medieval time.
Kronos, thanks for being here. And would you mind? Oh, would you mind reading? Oh, this is just the Armor hot dogs
Old man brew, hot dogs, armor,
slogan.
hot dogs, big kids, little kids with chicken pox love hot dogs, armor hot dogs.
Yeah, intricate and detailed wood carving, always great. Yeah, I need food, says Kronos. Well, thanks for being here, Kronos. Hot girls in the castle, absolutely. Uh, and Max Redstone says, in 300 years, people would be able to eat McDonald's from our time. It will not have rotted or spoiled due to extreme concentration of back and sodium. Due
Unless
to extreme concentration of sodium and lack of moisture, of course. Yeah, that's scary. Butter is better. I agree. Uh, all right, now let's see. Shillelagh. Shillelagh. I would like to get one. I also would like. You can make your own, apparently, old school style.
Oh, really?
Greetings from the garden in the valley of the Jolly Green Giant, says Max Road. So, yeah, shillelagh is like a club with a knotted, twisted bunch of roots on the end, a root ball almost. And you can form apparently, they used to form their own back in the day. And through after years of like, you'd wrap, like, you'd get a limber tree, whatever variety, and you'd twist them around each other. Treading life's water, says Jack Lemon. Hello, Jack Lemon, and welcome.
Check women.
I'm just showing the last of the photos here, and yeah, look at that. That fell from the castle, by the way, off
Yeah.
the roof.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That
a long way to fall. That's gonna hurt.
yeah.
Ooh, and I
Oh,
would like to do a charcoal rubbing of that.
coal stone.
That would be cool to do. To do a rubbing of that in particular. I thought so, Heather. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's just some again long narrow windows. Yeah, in lovely castle. Yeah, and I showed some of these guys before.
Crosses.
I like that shot. I don't know why, I just do.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Mini tunes, you call them commercials. Jason Love.
Jeez.
Glub glub glub. Says
Yeah.
Jacqueline. Thanks for being here, Jacqueline. Nemesis of Eden. Hail, you beautiful beings. I hope you're doing well today, Canadian Spider-Man, Carla Burton, and chat. Well, this is not Carla Burton. This is Heather L.
Yes, that's right.
Been gracious enough
I
to
know
join me.
of Eden.
So I'm going to shut that down, and then I would like to show you and the chat the woman playing the harp, and I can pull it up like this, I believe. It might let me share a movie file like that. I think it will. But yeah, how long were you in Ireland altogether, Heather?
Um, Close to 2 weeks, like, probably just
Nice.
a day shy of 2 weeks.
About the same time I was, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool because first we drove around the West Coast, and then we drove over to, Dungarvan, where we rented the house for a week. So,
Oh,
we had some driving around time, and then we kinda drove to where we had the base at the house, and we could drive, to all different spots that were within that range. And the house was fantastic, it was super cheap. It was 6
nice.
bedrooms, and it was all like, my aunt and uncle, a bunch of my cousins, and then we had 2 cars, so it was cool, we could kinda come and go, and
Yep.
people could do what they wanted. We could walk the town, was walking distance from the house, it was right on the coast, so the town had, all these seafood restaurants and bars right along
Oh,
where all the boats are anchored, and, just
nice.
a beautiful town. It was so much fun. Just you could just hang out there. Some nights we just hung out at the house and,
Yeah,
just cooked because we had a kitchen. It was nice. We could just go to the grocery store,
I
make
love going to
food.
grocery stores in foreign countries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hang out in the yard and just kinda relax. It was so great. It was the best vacation. It was fantastic.
So I've got this to share and should be able to play. Could you hear that?
Yep, heard it.
Awesome. That's what I was hoping for. And Troglodyte says, nice Cam's crash courses. I carried a 12 gauge for grizzly bears when I was a forestry consultant. Absolutely. I live in the country and the 12 gauge is handy. If I've got a deer hanging off the porch, the 12 gauge is within arm's reach always. We're here for you, Jacqueline. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully. Uh, Life preserver, Jacqueline. Push a red button to transmute teleport to safety. Absolutely. Well, I think that's
Great.
all I've got to show. Do you
Awesome.
have anything you'd like to show, Heather?
Geez, I don't know if I could even dig it up, so
Oh, okay. No,
have to
that's no
see I'd
problem.
have to dig through my stuff. I wasn't super prepared, but, yeah, this was great, man. You have awesome pictures. It was super cool.
I, it's so good to have someone that was just there, like within just a year ago. And Cam's crash courses. I've I've got an umbrella shillelagh holder by the door, one for the rain and one for black bears. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, Jacqueline says, I am struggling, y'all. Well,
Well,
I'm glad you're here with us, Jacqueline. We're just looking at some wonderful times in Ireland. It's hard to be it's hard to be down in Ireland because there's
yeah,
it's just a happy place, I think.
yeah.
Rumor has it the shillelagh was humanity at its very first, albeit quite crude version of the colonoscopy. Oh dear.
Jeez.
Wow. That's not what I thought I was gonna
No.
read. That's the opposite. Well, I'm glad you're here, Jacqueline, with us anyway. Um, but I'm just wrapping up the stream. I know I've got to get some sleep.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
it's getting, and you're even later for you. So
Getting late and gotta work in the morning, so,
five
yeah.
by five, she really harps, says Jason Lovell. That's excellent. Thank you for being here, Heather.
Yes, thank you for inviting me. I'm glad we just kinda came
Oh,
up and you were doing this and happened to be
thanks,
free, so
Troglodyte.
super cool. This was fun. Love talking about
And
Ireland and
absolutely, and to have people in the chat who've also been there, like Cam and Troglodyte, very knowledgeable.
yeah,
It's
fun
great.
chat. Everyone in the chat's great.
Jack Lemmon says, "Old man bird, so very tired, near every day. Oh man, yeah, you gotta change that. It sucks being tired every day.
Yeah, take care of yourself, man, and, get some rest and
Thanks, Jason Love. Great show, Spidey. Heather L. And Nemesis says, "Oh my God, it is Heather L, the rock star." Sorry about that, says Nemesis. Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. Thank you.
I took a shillelagh to the junk, says Jason Love. Oh, geez.
Yikes.
Well,
Oh my God. That's not good.
damn.
Jeez.
No, I hope you're kidding. Old
Jeez.
Man Bird asks Jacqueline mentally or physically, and Jacqueline says yes.
Mm,
Oh man. Well,
sorry.
I hope you can get some rest and change your situation somehow.
Yeah.
That's my plan. Definitely. But yeah, excellent to talk to you about Ireland, and it was excellent that I had been more in the north and you had been down in the south. So that's good.
Yeah.
I would like to go back and have a designated driver and and go all around. Absolutely, that was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah. It was a blast. It turned out all right. It was fun driving. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have been happy as a passenger. I would have been too nervous. So,
Oh
fun.
yeah,
It was fun.
yeah,
Adventures.
yeah.
Good
That's
stuff.
look what I found.
Mhm.
You know what? I'm gonna pop this one more. I'm gonna pop this just before we go.
All right.
Your screen, and then we'll get out of here and share audio. So this is that where we had the dinner theater performance inside the castle, and you can hear a bit of the music. Yeah, there you go.
Just the
So
body
that's
heat kept the castle warm, right? Even if it's cold, there's so many
that,
people in there in a
that's
small
it.
space. You're warm.
I That's it. I didn't get cold, and
Yep.
I would always get cold. So yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Nemesis will be streaming. Excellent, Old Man Bird. That's wonderful. Cams. Thanks, kids. Really fun being here. Appreciate y'all. Well, thank you. Troglodyte says days are getting longer. I can feel my mood lifting, getting out of the dark gray BC rain season.
Mm.
Trog. Oh, I didn't know you were in BC, Troglodyte. Yeah, you told me that. I thought you. Yeah, yeah. It has. That's something I coming from the East Coast. There's a lot of sun during the winter. BC, it's not as cold temperature wise, but there's less sun where I am.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's yeah.
Mm.
Oh, okay. It just struck me funny. Good. I'm glad you're kidding and you didn't get hit in the junk with the shillelagh.
Uh,
Jacqueline says, caring for my dying parents. Can't get care. Wife and kids I need. Overwhelmed.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Man. Just make sure you take care of yourself. That's you won't
Hmm.
have anything left. Gotta take care of yourself too.
That's a hard one. Yeah, my parents aren't going to live forever. And I don't even want to think about that, Heather.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for being here, everyone. And well, I don't know, Jacqueline. If you take your mind off it, go back and watch the show. We've been going for my goodness, an hour and 48 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna end this. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you
Um,
guys.
and yeah, I'm going to end it now.
Cool.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.